सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ओम शांति शांति शांति। हरि ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः। हरि ओम। For the next 40 minutes or so, say 30 to 40 minutes, I'll be speaking on the topic, we stand as one family. See, our senses, when I say senses, I mean eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin. Senses, okay, through which we come to know. Our senses, be it eyes, ears, nose, tongue, whatever it may be, they all give knowledge of a certain thing, a specific thing. In other words, they do not give an integrated knowledge. Let me just explain. For example, I am able to see you now, and you are able to see me. Now, I am able to see with my eyes. Now, suppose you are talking, let us say, as I am talking, you are hearing it with your ears. You are not seeing with your eyes. Of course, with your eyes you can see me, but sound you cannot hear with your eyes. The sound is known through the ears. So also, nose gives a smell, tongue gives a taste. Each of the senses are so wired that they give knowledge of only one aspect. In other words, suppose I hold a flower in my hand, let's say a rose flower. I can see the flower with my eyes, and I can see the delicateness of it with my skin. I can smell with my nose. So each senses do a particular job. But then the intelligence that we have, the mind that we have, the mind intellect that we have, combines all of them and gives us an integrated experience. Okay? The word which I use is integrated experience. What do you mean by integrated? The mind puts all of them together and gives a single experience. This is a rose flower. Okay? Now, when I say this is a rose flower, the mind has now, the skin has only seen the touch. The ear has only, of course, ear is not working here at this point of time because it's not required. The eyes have seen the color. The nose has felt the fragrance. Each one separate, but then an integrated experience comes with the help of the intelligence. This is a unique thing which the intelligence does, which the senses by themselves can't do. The nose cannot integrate all of them because nose can experience only one, and that is fragrance. The eyes cannot integrate everything because eyes can only see one, which is color. And the skin cannot integrate because skin can see only one thing. But our intelligence, the mind intellect, has got this unique capacity to bring them all together and give us a unitary experience, an integrated experience. All right. Now, if this is clear, now let us explore a little more. Now, through our senses, I can see variety. Now, for example, I see all of you. No? I see in my screen, I see each one of you. I'm sure you also will be able to see, if you go to the gallery view, you will also see everybody. Each person is separate. But my intelligence is telling me all of you belong to the CVV family, Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth family. That my eyes are not telling me, my ears are not telling me, my nose is not telling. But who is giving me this experience? Intelligence, my mind intellect is able to give this kind of clarity. I'm trying to bring to your attention what the intelligence does. The senses give variety, intelligence integrates. The senses give variety, intelligence integrates. Intelligence provides a unitary experience. Intelligence is able to rise above differences and see oneness, which the senses can't do. Now I see a crow, let's say I see a sparrow, I see a peacock, but my intelligence tells me all of them are birds. Right? Now I may see an animal, I may see a bird, I may see a tree. My intelligence tells me they're all living creatures. You see the power of intelligence? Intelligence gives us an integrated knowledge. Right? Now, if this is clear, integration or coming together, feeling one is not enabled by the senses, but it is enabled by intelligence. And therefore, when I say we are one family, that one family which I am saying is something which our intelligence is able to create for us. Right? Intelligence which is integrative is noble in nature. It is not that intelligence does not create divisions, but that divisive intelligence is not noble, it is ignoble. When we divide people based on whether religion, caste or creed or nationality or state or any kind of thing, we are using a divisive intelligence which is not that noble intelligence. Noble intelligence brings everything together, sees oneness and is able to go to the commonality and able to integrate. Right? In the Bhagavad Gita, this is brought out very beautifully by saying this is a sattvika jnanam. It is said that way. Okay. Now here, when we are all, when we are all here, and today when I am saying we stand as one family, when I mean one family, what am I referring to? I am referring to all of us. Let us use our higher intelligence, noble intelligence, and understand and see and have the perception that we are one family. And when I say we are one family, what am I referring to? Am I referring to just the students who are in front of me, whom I am seeing now? And when all of us, when we say we stand as one family, now, when this is the topic, right? So when we say we, who is the we are referring to? Is it just the student body? Or is it just all the faculties of the university, we are one family? Or is it the staff alone, the one family? When we are saying we stand as one family, what we mean is that we, all of us, whether it is a student body, whether it is a faculty body, whether it is a staff body, anybody, whether it is the Chancellor Pujya Swami Swarupananji, whether it is the pro-chancellors or whether it is a vice-chancellor, anybody, everybody who are there part of this CVV, Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth, we say we stand as one family. Suppose you are all here. When you enter, you would be first seeing the watchman. Right? Starting from the watchman. Everybody is my family. India is a very great country because we have given to the world this understanding of the whole world is one family. No other tradition, is so unequivocal. Meaning, no other tradition is so firm in this integration value. This is the beauty of our country. I'm sure most of you would be able to say that statement. The whole world is one family. In Sanskrit, what is it said? Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. In the Veda, there is another beautiful line. Yatra Vishwam Bhavati Eka Needam. That's another beautiful line. Needam is a nest. Vishwam is the entire, all of us. Wherein all of us are like birds within a nest. Look at the metaphorical expression. What a beautiful feeling to have the whole world is one family. Now, when we say we stand as one family, I said all of us together. But I also want to tell you one thing. When I say we, it is not just referring to you and I in the present. The university has got a past. The university will have a future. Is it not? Before you have come, there have been batches. Now you are the batch. After you will come other batches. Remember, we are all one family. And when I say we are all one family, please don't think it is only us. No. Your mother, your father, at your home, is also part of this family. Is it not? So when I say we, just for a moment think, we are transcending space, we are transcending time, we are transcending the limitations of such narrow divisions like student body, faculty body, staff body. We are transcending all these differences. And then we are all deeply committed to this foundational spirit of Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth. And what is that? We stand as one family. I would like each and every one of you to feel from the core of your heart that we are one family. Because it's a very foundation, not just of this university, it is a very foundation of the Indian spirit, that we are one family. So I'm just telling you, we are all now sitting here. Can we just feel this for a minute, for a few seconds, that we are all one family? Let's feel it. Let's not just say it. Because this is not something which your eyes can say, or your ears can say, or your nose can. It's not what your senses can say. But this is something what our heart, our subtle intelligence should say. We stand as one family. Actually, this line, we stand as one family, is the first line of the Chinmaya Mission Pledge. We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. Now, take this word, we, if we saw what is we here, we stand. What is a stand? Why can't we say we are one family? Because standing requires effort. It is not lying down. Even though we say we are one family, may be a statement of fact. But the word stand there, that verbal component there, tells you that it is not something we can just say and then be happy about it. It is not something what we feel very superficially and can say that's fine. No. We stand as one family, meaning there is an effort at it, Because the family bonding, the family binding is not something which will just automatically happen just because it is there. Effort goes on to make ourselves one family. And what is that effort? That effort is two-pronged. That effort is of two types. And that is, one is love and next is respect. And therefore, we stand as one family. How? What is the effort we are putting in to be one family? The effort is love and the effort is respect. When I say effort is required, what I mean is that it is not something which is going to naturally happen. For example, hair grows naturally. We don't have to do anything. We are alive, hair grows, nails grow, we also grow in age. Is it not? These all things happen naturally. But when we say we stand as one family, to remain a family, effort is required. And as I said, that effort is two-pronged. One is love, another is respect. Now let me just talk about love. Actually, to speak about love is extremely tough because love is not something which you can define. But the beauty of love is that we all know love. There is no person here or anywhere in the world who has not experienced love or not felt love. That is the beauty. We say, my father loves me, my mother loves me, I love my mother and father, etc., etc. I love my country. Love is something we all have experienced. But what is this love? Love, even though it is very difficult to define what it is, we can all feel that love. We can all express that love. When a child is not well, and the mother is awake the whole night tending to the baby, and next day morning, again she is fresh, doing various things for the home and the family. What is this? But not love. Is it not? It is not that love is something only human beings possess. The entire world of living beings have got this expression of love. Look at the dog's mother taking care of the dog's child, that child. How much love, care. That dog, you take a small stone and you throw at the dog. Suppose you don't, but suppose you throw at the dog, not even throw at the dog, you take and then, at least show that you are going to throw. That dog runs away. That dog, that poor thing that runs away. But when that dog, she has got a puppy, my God, that one changes the whole, she becomes so fearless. Even if a tiger or lion comes to attack the baby, her baby, that mother dog is not going to, leave. She is going to fight. Love expresses as caring, as sharing, as giving. Love expresses as sacrifice. What is love if it doesn't care and share and give and sacrifice? Love expresses this way. We are all what we are because of the love and the sacrifice and the care and share of our family. Our mother, our father, our teachers. And we are what we are because of love. We grow in love. Every time we become selfish and narrow-minded, we grow down in evolution. And every time we give, we share, we care, we grow as a human being. Love is the greatest force which can enable maturity in the minds. I remember very nice Tibetan story, which I will share with you now. It's a story about a family. So the father was there and the father had two sons. The elder son was married. He had got, two children. And the younger son was not married. He was a bachelor. And the father, when he died, he ensured that his two children had his property equal. Let's say 10 acres of land, nice rice field, and then 5 acres to the elder son and 5 acres to the younger son. Okay? And then as the days went by, these sons, they started thinking, our father has not done justice in sharing the property. Why? What's the matter? He divided the land equally between 5. No, that each one thought to themselves. That's not fair what our father has done. Why? The younger son thought, look, my elder brother, he has got a wife and 2 children to take care, whereas I am only a bachelor. Why did he divide the property equally? You should have given more to my brother. So what he would do is that in the night, he would take the rice fields. Therefore, the granary was there. Each of these fields had a granary, in which they would store grains. The younger brother would take few sackfuls of grains and run in the night when nobody would see, somewhere in the midnight, and go and put those sackfuls of grain in his elder brother's granary and run away hidingly. The elder brother thought also the same. My father has not done justice, because when I grow up, my children are there, they will take care of me. Whereas my younger brother is not married. Who's going to take care of him when he grows old? So he said, my father has not done justice. So in the night, what he would do from his granary, he would take the rice, sackfuls of rice, and run in the night when nobody would see, go to his younger brother's granary, dump it there, and come back rushing. And this used to go on for so long, it seems. Then one day, on a foggy night, these 2 brothers, they have been doing for months, years like this. These 2 brothers, they dashed on each other. Because it's foggy night. And then they understood what is happening. And slowly the villagers came to understand. This is what that the story spread. And then the villagers, they decided, if at all in the whole world, if there is a place which is most divine, it is this place where these 2 brothers dashed on each other. And what they did was, at that very place, they put a Buddha temple. Tibet, Buddhist. So they put a Buddha temple. And the interesting way of the Buddha was put was that the 2 Buddhas are dashing on each other. They do not put just one Buddha. They put 2 Buddhas, and the Buddha was dashing on each other and hugging each other. And even now, the temple of the Buddha, the hugging Buddha is there. And what they do is that whenever, brothers or sisters, they in a family, they have a fight, or between friends, they have a fight, they go to the temple of Buddha and they both sit down there and then they pray and then, they excuse each other, get up and give a hug, and then they are friends forever. The hugging Buddha temple. Love expresses as caring, sharing, and sacrificing. So when we say we stand as one family, then that standing expresses that effort of love. It is that love which truly makes a family a family. It is that genuine care we have for each other that makes us a family. So when we say we stand as one family, what is required to be a true family is this true, innocent, pure love, which expresses as caring, sharing, giving, and sacrificing. So when I say we stand as one family, remember, it is not just words. I genuinely care for each and every one of you. You genuinely care for each and every one. In this way, that genuine loving, caring, sharing, giving is truly making us a family. But whenever we say love, we also have a lot of demands. When we say love, the person whom I love, that person should listen to me. Our definition of love. Because I love, I care, then what about that person? That person has to listen to me. That person has to be with me. That person has to obey me. That person is at my command. Our definition of love is not true love. It is so selfish. It is so wicked. It is so self-subservient. It is so bothersome. Sometimes when people love us, we say, give me some space, leave me alone. Because so much we suffocate the other person with our love. That's not love. That's attachment. When you want the other person to be attached to you and not with, that is not love. In true love, we give freedom to the other person. Freedom to think. The freedom to decide. We may give an advice. We may give a thought. But then we say, it's your freedom. To love somebody is not to make that person a slave of me. Nor somebody loves me does not mean that I become a slave. In love also, we should give that space. We should give that air of freedom. Otherwise, it is so suffocating and so painful. Usually, all kind, in every, when we say love, it starts the pure emotion only, no doubt. But slowly, it becomes very selfish. And the very selfishness in love that makes that love so rancid and so poisonous, and it makes the feeling so bitter. And therefore, when we say love also, let us understand that love has to be pure, innocent, and true. All right? So, we stand as one family. The first aspect, we said love. The second aspect of in a family, in a true family, in a very, very strong family, is not just love, but it is also respect. As I talk, when you have some questions, please note down. Okay, we will have time for discussion also. And when we say respect, sometimes people wonder, but Swamiji, is love and respect not the same? Not necessarily. You could have love and respect, but it's not necessary that love and respect needs to go together. I'll give an example just to make it clear. I love my father. Yes, I love my father. Because my father goes without saying, I love my father. Because my father. But suppose my father was a drunkard, an alcoholic, and comes home and beats up my mother. And behaves so horribly, so terrible. It is not that my love for my father will go away. No, love will remain because he is my father. But what goes away is respect. Love is love because it is love. It is blind. But respect is a very different emotion. Love springs from the heart. Respect is born from the intellect. Love is a feeling. Respect is an estimation of somebody or something based on their inherent qualities. We have to earn respect from somebody. But love is a little more, even though love also is a complex feeling, it's a complex emotion, it doesn't require a logic or a reason. But respect requires a reason. To respect somebody, I have to value something which the other person has got. Respect is born from the value that we perceive in the other person. I respect a person for his goodness. I may respect a person for his knowledge. I may respect a person for his nobility. I may respect a person for his simplicity. I may respect a person for her good thoughts. Respect is something which has to be earned. Now, when I say we stand as one family and then I say love is required and respect is required, remember, respect is not so easy to come by. To have respect for somebody requires a little more effort. Because to love somebody, because it's my family I love. Whereas respect has to come from a reason. It is easy to lose respect. So Swamiji, then the question will come, how do I cultivate respect for all? There's only one way you can cultivate respect, and that is find the goodness in the other person. No other way. There's no shortcut for that. Love, one family we love each other. Respect, check out. What is good in the other person? Now please don't tell me that, Swamiji, I know a person, whom I cannot respect at all because there's nothing good. No, that's a thing is impossible. I remember I remember a small kind of anecdote or poem, whatever you may call. When I was a young boy, I remember there was a very nice, interesting discussion, a kind of drama, or I don't know how I can call it. It's a poem also, but it's a drama also. It's a discussion between a mountain and a squirrel. Okay? The mountain, looks at the squirrel so disparagingly. What? Useless. So small, puny, petty, paltry, nothing. Then the squirrel replies to the mountain. Mountain is huge, is it not? Mountain is very powerful. So the squirrel replies to the mountain and says, "Oh mountain, if I cannot carry forests on my back, neither can you break a nut." Are you getting? The squirrel is telling the mountain carries forests on his back. No? So the squirrel is telling the mountain, if I cannot carry forests on my back, neither can you break a nut. True leaders never disrespect anybody because they know everybody has got a value. Each one of us are inherently valuable for something or the other. In the Ramayana, you will find a very nice, interesting incident. It's a well-known thing. A squirrel. You remember that squirrel in the building of the bridge? It goes and then, takes some sand and then drops it on the bridge, wets itself up with the water, again comes back, takes the sand and puts on the monkey is huge, monkey Hanuman and all are big, powerful. They all carry huge stones and for the bridge. But this takes some sand and puts for the love of its master, Sri Rama. And Lord Rama takes the squirrel. And it's famously said that he put his hand on the squirrel so lovingly and said, "Oh, so cute, so what a lovely service you're doing for me." And it is said that that hand only became the tree. The story, it goes like that. Meaning, never undervalue anybody because they are small, because they look weak, because they look powerless, because they look incapable. You do not know. Everybody has got a power. Everybody has got a value. There's a very nice incident I remember. I remember reading. You all must have heard of Walt Disney, very famous. Okay, Disney Productions is well known. So Walt Disney, when he retired, he appointed a director for the company. And this director once came to Walt Disney and then complained about a particular staff. And what was the complaint? This man has no respect for me. Why? He keeps his leg on the table, puts his leg on the table and sits like this. And when I come, he doesn't get up. This person requires to be kicked out. Walt Disney told the director, look, my friend, I remember this man gave an idea which gave the company $10 million. And at that time when he gave this idea, which made us richer by $10 million, I remember precisely he kept the leg exactly the same way you were describing to me. Leaders see the value and they are not carried away by the externalities or the superficial. Now I'm asking each and every one of us who are here, how do I respect somebody? See the value in that person. It's very easy to be carried away by the faults because they are so visible. But to see the value, we need a little more deeper perception into human hearts, into human minds and human capacities. Respect. These are things we can cultivate, my dear friends. It's not that we are all born with these qualities. We have the capacity and we can help those capacities grow and flower. And thereby will become complete, good, noble, great human beings. So, we stand as one family. How? With love and respect. Bound to each other with love and respect. All right? So we, all of us, stand. Effort is required. One family. And what is the effort? Love and respect. All right? Now, when we say we stand as one family with love and respect, remember, this is a promise we give to ourselves that we will ever remain that close-knit family for eternity. Whoever walks through the portal of this university is my family. Whether they have walked before or whether they are walking now or they are going to come later, we are all one family. Okay? And as we practice this, life has got so many things to teach us. In every interaction, see how you can preserve the love. In every interaction, see how respect can be preserved. Because it takes effort. Interestingly, my teacher, Swami Tejomayanji, he used to say very nicely, somebody told him, they were having some problem, husband, wife having a problem. And then they told him, Swamiji, marriages are made in heaven. And Swamiji said very nicely, marriages are made in heaven but maintained on earth. It takes a lot of effort to maintain love and respect. Okay? So now, when we say we stand as one family, every day say to yourself, we stand as one family. And use every opportunity as a means to become stronger in love, to become stronger in respect. Because as these become stronger, we become better human beings. And remember, love is not because of. Love is in spite of. Respect is not because of. Respect is I see things deeper, which probably even that person may not be seeing about himself or herself. And with this, let us grow as a strong family together, and using this field as our method to grow stronger, we will all slowly grow up and be able to follow that great principle of our tradition, Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. The whole world is one family. All right? So with these words, I thank each and every one of you, especially the university team, for what can I say, for providing me this opportunity to share these thoughts which I have studied from my teacher with all of you. I pray that your time at Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth is very useful, not only in your knowledge, what you are going to gain. You are some of the best faculty here, and you will gain the best, but also use this opportunity to become a great, good human being. Because in that alone lies all goodness and all greatness. Okay? When a person becomes a wonderful human being, life is so beautiful always. Not just for yourself, but for everybody. One good, great, noble person makes such a lot of difference to the whole world. Each one of us should strive to become that noble person. That is what the Chinmaya Vishwa Vidyapeeth will provide an opportunity for you also. Please make use of that opportunity. All right? So with these words, we have some time now. And any questions and any doubts are there, please feel free to ask. Do not hesitate to ask any doubt. Okay? Because we are studying. This is not this is not what you call something which is thrown or imposed. No, you have to think. Only by thinking we will assimilate. Knowledge happens by thinking and not just blindly accepting. Okay? Please ask your questions.
Hari Swamiji, thank you for the session. I'm Ashwati and I'm a postgraduate student in public policy and governance. And the question is pertaining to what you called about oneness and Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. So this is one question that keeps troubling me from time to time, because it's a conflict between what I believe in and what I love. So when you said we had to transcend, the cages that are created by nationality, caste, creed, and religion, I personally believe that everyone is one, and I try to see the oneness in people. But when it comes to nationality, especially in cases of conflict, there's always this divide that comes in at that very moment of us and them. So can that feeling be justified? Can it be called dharma, or is it wrong to feel that way? Can you shed some light on that?
So Ashwati, when we say beyond any boundaries, when we say in our heart, in our inner clarity, that is what we should strive for in our heart. Okay? Let me explain. So in our inner understanding, that we should never lose. We should always keep that. But sometimes when these conflicts happen, especially national conflicts when they happen, we should objectively look at what is the issue and react to that issue, and not react very broadly or react very blindly. What I mean is this. When a doctor does a surgery, the doctor does not does the surgery, sometimes it may be amputating something also, right? The doctor does not do the surgery for the joy of cutting it. The doctor always thinks for the goodness of the patient and thinks how much less can be can it be pained? How much less can the pain be reduced? Is it not? So sometimes the doctor thinks, maybe I will just cut off this small finger because gangrene set here, and probably I will be able to save the foot. Because the reaction is appropriate to the need. But if the reaction springs from hatred, then the doctor would say, I hate this fellow. Let me just see if I can cut the whole leg off. You see, that becomes a response which is undue and not required. Right? So sometimes we need to transact in the world based on the requirement, but love should never be lost. I should never lose love for anybody, even if there is a mistake, which I may have to condemn. For example, the mother also gives a child two. Is it not? Gives two, because the child does something and the mother feels, but it never harms the child. The cat which holds the rat, and the cat which holds the kitten, the bite is very different. Is it not? So keep the love in the heart and transact as per the requirement. It doesn't conflict. Okay? I have shared a general thought which you have to apply according to the situation. All right. Thank you. That was a very very perceptive question.
We spoke about love and respect. If we develop one value, does that result in the development of the other value?
If we develop between love and respect, if we develop one value, will the other one come?
Yes.
Yes, to some extent it will come, but we need to put a specific effort for both. Because what happens when we remove hate, and when we see with the eyes of love, we will see goodness. And sometimes what happens when we respect somebody for some goodness, slowly we'll start loving that person also for the goodness. So in a way, both can come, but these are two different faculties. One is born from a different kind of faculty, which is a feeling faculty, and another comes from the thinking faculty. But even though we say feeling and thinking, they are related to each other. You see, it is not like one is Mercury and another is Uranus. They have got a lot of, usually when we have this in Venn diagrams in mathematics, there's something called as the intersection. So there is some intersection between feelings and thoughts, no doubt, but these are two different faculties. They may help each other, but they will not remove the need for each other, remove the specific need for themselves completely.
Swamiji, you said love is in spite of and not because of. Can we say respect is because of and not in spite of? And
see, I remember love is in spite of. Okay? Because it transcends the superficialities. Respect initially is because of. But respect also should mature and become in spite of. What I mean by that is that we respect somebody for something. Sometimes what happens, something else comes and clouds that understanding. Because there is something which is evidently seen in the other person which can cloud. But maturity, human maturity, individual maturity, the intellectual maturity should be such that we are able to see beyond that superficiality and discover newer things because of which we can respect. This doesn't mean that we should not be, we should not see the deficiencies or anything like that. But we should be able to ignore it also and come to a genuine respect. So, genuine love is in spite of. Genuine respect is also in spite of. Superficial love is because of, and superficial love is also, respect is also because of. Okay? And because Vinay, you have studied Vedanta, I can tell you this, that in Vedanta, the substratum for each and every one is a pure consciousness, which is same as me. You see? So that is the reason which goes beyond everything and gives actual true love and true respect for the whole world.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we just conclude now. We'll just have a small prayer. But before that, I would like to say one thing. What you listen to today is something which can get forgotten fast. All right? So, later on, you sit down quietly yourself and make a short note of what you have understood today. And keep this with you, not just for being while at CBV, but always keep these thoughts for your whole life, because this will definitely help in and through our whole life. Okay? All right. So we just conclude. Thank you all very much. And I invoke the Lord's grace and Pujya Gurudev's blessings so that you have a very successful life at CBV. And hopefully very soon all of you will be here. Okay? Thank you. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om. Thank you all very much.